since last night I'm a little in shock because
He was blamed of blasphemy because of that book. Finally, the stars have aligned, I'll say, and this moment has come that we can speak on my channel. I don't know what was happening.
yeah,
Something or the other would have always happen, and we could not meet, but it's all right. The time has come.
and I'm really excited at the same time, a bit nervous,
Oh,
but
don't.
let's see. Thank you so much for inviting.
No, no. It's a pleasure of mine that you're here, and I think it will not just boost my sessions, it will also let me understand the nitty-gritties of YouTube and how it works. And how is Rajni these days? First of all, let's start with that. How are you doing these days?
These days I am doing good, but since last night I'm a little in shock because one of my nephews got missed
Oh, is it?
for a few hours. Like he went out at 6 and he came back at 1:30 a.m. in the
He's back,
night.
at least.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's back now, but entire family was entirely in shock and we were not able to get proper sleep. And then we were like, my sister-in-law definitely was crying.
obviously.
So still recovering from that shock.
Yeah, it is a
Rest
shock.
is fine.
Young guy missing from the family comes back at one, almost a shock,
Hmm.
right? Sounds like a story.
The entire village was searching for him for those many hours. And
Yeah,
around 12 in the night, they went to the uh, police to complain.
did
Then
they?
he himself came at 1:30. Yeah.
Thank God he came at least. Because these days, the kind of stories you hear, you don't want the end to be the same way. So that's why you must have been really tensed. Now we can
Yeah.
talk about it. Finally, he's back.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Let's keep everything aside. I've seen most of the YouTube videos starting with a really interesting hook these days. So I was thinking right before the session, how to start this session, how to create a hook. But instead of making it viral, I thought, why don't I ask Rajni what's usually on her table almost every day, apart from her phone, apart from the gadgets? If there is something that works as a little superstition for Rajni, if she is superstitious enough. So, is there something that you keep on your table and lies there almost every time when you're recording a class?
Okay, every time there are many books. I
Mm-hmm.
would say books are something that I keep always on my table and my diaries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm not able to think out of that, but yes, just that I feel are
No,
there.
frankly speaking,
Books and diaries.
when I was thinking what when Rajni asks me the same question, what would I say? And I had the same answer, book. And I don't know why I
Hmm.
have this weird habit of keeping one different book every morning on my table because it gives me new thoughts. Yeah. So can you tell
Hmm.
me which book is kept right now, if you don't mind? If it's not kept on the table aside,
It's
yeah.
it's right here. Yes, it's The Power of Subconscious Mind. I'm
Wow.
reading it twice now.
This
Yeah.
is a splendid book, I must say. Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, I have this book. Even I'm revisiting this book. Even this is a coincidence that both of us are revisiting books. So this is an interesting book by
Yes.
Salman Rushdie. Have you heard of it, by the way?
No, I haven't
Right.
so far.
The day when you
Okay.
feel that you're bored of the regular content that you read or that you come across, if you want to change the perspective a bit, just read a little about
Hmm.
Salman Rushdie. He has won the Man Booker Prize, I think a couple of times, if I'm not wrong. One time at least. I'm not sure about the facts. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he was once attacked for a book called The Satanic Verses. So he wrote this book, a really controversial book, which was banned. He was blamed of blasphemy because of that book. It said that it was against a certain community. So he was once speaking on a stage and he was attacked by someone on the stage, almost blinded by someone. So he was almost dead, but then came out of that attack. And after that, he wrote this book. It is an eye opener about life, by the way, when you go through it. Those pages where he describes the entire incident. I saw the man coming towards me. He thought that man would come to him just to praise him or something, but almost killed him there. So yeah, this is such a book. And you know the tagline says meditations after an attempt at murder, which is even intriguing. So I think
Mm-hmm.
covers really excite you more about books. So we should judge books by covers as well. Why not?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
All right, all right. Before we start, I think we should now start. It's no point in saying before we start. So I'll ask you the first question. I think most of the people will be interested in listening to the answer to this question, because when we look at the niche of spoken English training, development, conversation, one name that will not fail to top the chart will be Rajni's name. Try to Thrive has become not just a brand. I think it's a name which I've been listening for years. I still remember when the subscribers were less than what, 15K at some point. At that time, we must have spoken the
Mhm.
first time. I remember that time. And
Yeah.
I don't have any shame in saying the day it crossed 25K, a learner of mine actually texted me on LinkedIn and said, "Do you know, I saw a video of you with this lady and she has crossed 25K subscribers. I saw your subscribers, they are less than 100. Why don't you do something about it?" That's the day my mind got completely charged. And I said, yeah, I was full of envy that day. I should not be ashamed of saying that. And then
Mhm.
that envy actually led me to starting a channel. I think the motivation was not right because I was full of envy that day, but the motivation has changed over a period of time. I think I'm taking a lot of inspiration from all the creators like you and many others who are making it big in the niche. But I'll say your name
Mhm.
definitely tops the chart every time when I look for the right videos. So thank you for being here.
Thank
And
you so
you
much.
tell me, um, I'm sure there must have been many struggles and people have asked you those questions. I will ask you a different question. Tell me, what part of your personality did you have to defeat or kill at some point to be growing on YouTube on a larger scale? Tell me, what part of your personality did you have to keep behind or you had to defeat?
To think of people, I would say it's really interesting and embedded in everybody's mind that whenever we start something new or whenever we think of doing something out of the box, which not everybody on a regular basis think of, and whenever we have bigger dreams or we want to change ourselves, what we are not now, then people laugh at us, people judge us, people sure would give a lot of different remarks. And
Mhm.
there are people, and a person who starts doing something, they quit their journey before even starting, before even thinking. And when they share the same thought with their close ones, friends, family, they would get something negative out of their mouth and they would quit the idea itself. They are in. I have personal experience of listening to people who are close to me, like my friends who are since school with me, and their family itself, their
Mhm.
brother, sister, their siblings start comparing themselves with each other. And then but a lot of my friends talk to me that this is happening because they don't want you to grow, and I don't know if they
Oh,
are not happy. So I
yeah.
think this thing is something that when I came on YouTube, before that I started watching a lot of people I was watching, and I was going through all the negativity they were getting from outer world, and
Mm.
how they were just easily ignoring, even sharing over social media, that I heard this from this person said that about me, and I saw they are very renowned people. And I like, if they are not caring about these people, then why would I always think of school friends, college friends? I know I don't know English, I know I'm not able to speak, I know I'm not able to present well,
Mhm.
but if I keep thinking about these people, if I always think of this, that they would laugh at me or they would judge me or what they would think of me, I
Mhm.
would not be able to grow in life. So this is one. This is just, I would say, thought process was there. And in personality, like postponing things, procrastinating, I would say that I have to a little bit fight with it, not that much, little bit, yes.
That was not a huge fight. So one thing that I saw on the screen right now when you were speaking, it was all love for what you were doing. I think the curiosity with which you had started. So the same thing
Mm-hmm.
when I said envy charged me up. Something like envy can motivate people, and something like envy can make people manifest the other person falls down quickly. Right? So I think even that
Mm-hmm.
happens with a lot of people when they look at someone's success, not just your success. I think you will also agree with me that still you are on the stepping stone to achieving something that you want to. And there are a few things that
Mm-hmm.
you want to implement in your channel, but there are targets, numbers that sometimes keep you behind that, and you have to do a few things to pay the bills, to keep the show running, to keep firing up the cylinders. So I understand how it goes,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the fight of a creator with his himself or herself, that you want to do something and you want to implement it, but something holds you back. How quickly you defeat it, that counts. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy to look at that curiosity on my screen today. So great answer, I must say. Okay. Next thought. I don't want to make it an interview, but I have so many questions to ask. I'll ask you my next question.
Okay,
I've written all of them so
go
that I
ahead.
don't miss. So yeah, in my journey of so many sessions, I've communicated this a lot of times that there have been situations when I was covering my face with my hands because there was an embarrassing moment happening on my screen at times. So on a lot of
Hmm.
occasions, because I think India has recently become technologically aware or educated. It's a matter of pride that all the mothers, even not just the working professionals, but even homemakers, now know how to run Zoom because of the misery that all of us had undergone during the 2020 COVID
Hmm.
period. So you tell me any embarrassing moment that that is on the top of your mind that may have happened multiple times, but at least it had happened once and it has been in your memory. You can't really put it off your memory.
Uh, I didn't pay much attention when it comes to virtually.
Okay.
Like whatever was there, I didn't mind ever.
Mhm.
But before that, during college, it was a lot, like a lot of embarrassing moments I had
Mhm.
in front of a professor, classmates. So I was in JNU when I was learning Korean. So the that language was taught in English entirely, like English or either Korean they are speaking or English. But
Mhm.
I wasn't able to understand everything in English, and every time when I had a doubt, I had to ask it in English, and because of that, I didn't ask even doubts, or
Oh,
maybe I just discussed with my friends. So
uh,
once there was a professor asked me to give a presentation, like everybody was asked to give a presentation. When it was my turn, I took a lot of time, like 15 days to prepare. Like beforehand, I started preparing,
mhm.
starting noting down all the things.
Yeah.
Because in my case, it was the thing that I have to mug up everything and then deliver.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't able to speak on my own. So I made all the notes. I practiced them every single day, speaking, like keeping that notebook in my hand and practicing.
Mhm.
And the same day before the presentation, I went to the professor's office and I asked that, sir, can I keep the notebook with me? Because I know that if I'm nervous in front of 40 students and in front of the professor, I would forget everything what I have mugged
Yeah,
up.
naturally.
So that is why I asked and I kept that. And with the help of the notebook, I was able to give somehow the presentation. But then the professor asked certain meanings of the words, which I used, and I
Oh,
didn't know the meaning even. It was so embarrassing.
yeah,
So all people, all the students were looking at me, and then the professor gave a big lecture that what is the meaning of giving this presentation if you don't even know the meaning of these words.
my God.
So that was super embarrassing.
Must have been. I can really understand your pain. I have undergone that pain a lot of times during my school days because, one failure may either put you off the stage or it may energize you to be on the stage every other day. I think people choose their paths, isn't it? So I'm sure that you did not choose to not face people at all after that. I think you made it a point that I'll face them again, I'll fail again,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll do that again,
Yeah.
and I'll be able to succeed at some point. You have been able to. Good,
Yeah.
good. Numbers. This number game never goes off the mind. You must have seen yourself looking at those YouTube insights every now and then. And I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
when the number was not so high, it's not just about subscribers. I think now you have come to realize that it's not just subscribers, it's also the number of people looking at you, watching you. Even that counts. What kind of response and interaction they are making. So, what's that one thing that you have come to realize only after you crossed 100K as the number of subscribers? Was there a realization, something that you could do before 100K, but you cannot do after 100K because the responsibility has increased? Not just a mark, but I'm saying a certain mark when you cross it, or any number when you cross it, responsibility increases. You have to be sure what you're talking about on the camera.
Yeah, that's true. But at times, I got different kind of comments related to the content.
Mm-hmm.
But then I realized that people didn't like much solo videos on my YouTube,
Ah, yes.
and they very less number likes, very less number like my solo videos, and mostly because of I guess the trend.
Mhm.
I feel that people wanted to watch a lot of
Yeah.
conversations, as now the trend is changing, like they want to see vlogs in English
They-
mostly, or maybe the people who take challenges.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. I realized that my solo videos are not working well on my YouTube channel, and very less audience is there to watch solo videos. So
Hmm.
that was one. Another, I don't think so, because I try always to upgrade myself, and at the end, this is all about improving communication and English. So that we don't have a lot of variety in it, I feel.
Mm.
Except maybe I can bring some extra idioms and words, which I
Yeah.
often get in comments that we
Mm.
want you to use advanced vocabulary.
Is it?
This some at times feels like a pressure, like you have to always keep remembering new words, advanced words. If
Accommodate
you're
them in the
repeating the
session.
same word,
Yeah.
yeah, so they feel that it is kind of a boring.
Oh.
So that's one there is.
So
Yeah.
people don't just come to your channel just to enjoy a conversation looking at Rajni speaking to someone new. They also come to learn. They also come to take away
Learn,
something after
yes.
that class. And
Hmm.
I know you keep getting praises from people on the in the comment section. I've seen that happening. But what happens when you get criticism? Like, do you get much criticism anywhere?
Hardly. Hardly I get, and I don't pay attention to it. Like I have already strengthened my that kind of mindset where
Oh,
nothing can, I think, disturb me when it comes to comments.
wow. So I think when you're on a public platform like YouTube, you have to be thick-skinned and you can't pay heed to every comment
Yeah.
because that may distract you from your goal because 90% of the people may be enjoying your content. 10% of them may be full of envy also. So you never know what's a targeted.
And even maybe they are judging you based on your current one video. So there
Yeah.
is no point of paying attention to them. They don't know the entire journey. They don't know behind this, the struggle. They don't know anything about you. So you should even forgive them. Like, okay, you can just say these things. I don't
Yeah.
mind.
But I'm sure because these comments are the only way in which you know what people want to hear and what they want to watch. So how do you
Hmm.
differentiate between unnecessary criticism or constructive criticism? How do you differentiate between the two? I'm sure you pay heed to constructive criticism.
At times, like it's, I didn't get much negative comments, but at times related to the content itself, when when I make mistake, they correct me, so I pay attention to that. Okay, for example, we recently have started my brother's channel,
Oh
and we
yeah,
are
I
making
watched
kind
that.
of vlogs.
Amazing
Yeah.
content, by the way.
So in one video, I think I said kettles. So I think the plural
Wow.
also is kettle,
Yeah.
right? So
Mhm.
somebody corrected me in the that comment section that it's
Yeah.
not kettles, it's kettle. And from there I learned. It's like I'm open to feedback and I'm open to learning because
Wow.
I'm in the journey of learning. So I
Mhm.
take that seriously.
Yes. Do you know, over a period of time, I was just speaking to one more creator named Priyanka. She is also an
Okay.
upcoming YouTuber. I've watched a few videos of you with her. I think a couple of them, or at least one. So I was really intrigued by the fact that she mentioned is she said that people often burden you with the onus of being correct, and that's the reason so many people don't even start their journey. So I and she said
Hmm.
that I don't take that onus on myself because I never started as an educator. Even today I won't call myself an educator. All I know things
Hmm.
may be different for me because I started my journey as an educator before a content creator. So, but I
Hmm.
won't say things are easy for you, but to differentiate and to so many people who don't even know your journey so far, they judge you on the basis of one video to make them understand.
Yeah.
You don't make them understand, but to make them understand over a period of time that I don't have the
Hmm.
responsibility of being correct. This is not even our native language. Why do we have the pressure of being correct 100% of the times? I can't say that I'm 100% correct even after having taken so many sessions. So, how can someone
Yeah.
expect it out of you or anyone else? We should not expect that. At least the effort should
Hmm.
be appreciated. People should know what you are trying to do and
Yeah.
should commend that. All right.
And recently, the other day, I was watching a native speaker. You must have watched on maybe with Karishma or maybe Ashutosh, if
Okay.
you know.
Yeah,
So that,
I've taught
yeah,
one.
so that person,
Yeah.
okay, that person shared that even native speakers make mistake, and whenever somebody like a non-native asks
Yeah.
him that
Mhm.
is it okay to make mistakes while speaking in grammar and all, he answers the same thing. He asks that when you speak in your mother tongue, do you make mistakes, or do you know that if you make mistake or not? And the
Okay.
answer almost always is that okay, yes, we don't even pay attention if we make, and we don't even know, and we make mistakes, we forget things, we are not using advanced vocabulary and all these things.
Mm.
So the same, he says that native speakers also make mistakes and they don't pay attention to it.
Mm. One line that I keep saying during my sessions is that never speak to impress, speak to express. If you speak to express,
Right.
you will never have the burden to impress anyone. And most of the times I see, even today when I'm speaking with someone from Chennai, he is a senior manager in a really popular organization. And when I saw how under pressure he was, how much under pressure he was, and he was just thinking if he was right or wrong. He wanted to use exceptional
Hmm.
vocabulary. I made him imagine that he was a CEO of his organization, and how would he speak differently from what he speaks right now. He was completely blank. Why did that happen? Because there's no imagination of that sort. And
Hmm.
when he wanted to speak the best possible sentence in front of me. That's the pressure people have in their mind. They want to impress, they don't express. And those people in the
Yeah.
West, I think the same level of working happens when we speak our native tongue. When you speak your native tongue, you don't have that pressure. You don't want to be correct. You don't have any
Hmm.
chance of being judged by anyone around you. I think that is what
Yeah.
contributes to confidence, and that's more of a
Exactly.
comfort. When we make it a performance, we become uncomfortable. Okay,
Hmm.
all right. And at any point, if you want to speak, you can speak over me. I will keep on bombarding you with questions otherwise. Okay. All right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Next one is, tell me about the day. And this day has come in my life a lot of times when I wanted to just quit doing what I was doing. I have never wanted to quit taking sessions. That is something that is
Hmm.
really constant. And but I've quit YouTube on multiple occasions. So did this time ever come in your life? I know you're really positive, but be really honest in this answer. Tell me, was there a time when you
Hmm.
wanted to just quit everything, quit YouTube because you did not see the numbers rising? And then what brought you back to the platform? Tell me.
Uh, as you asked me to be honest, it didn't happen to me.
Oh my God.
It didn't happen to me to quit YouTube, and I think in future also, I'm just hopeful. Maybe something else fascinate me more than this. Maybe that can be the scene, but not like quit YouTube
No,
just
no.
because I'm not enjoying. At times, it happens with me that I'm not enjoying the conversation. Then I took a break of
I hope today is not the
talking
day.
to. Yeah, today is not the day, but in between, like 2 or 3 days
Yeah.
break, I have taken in between, but not quitting YouTube at all.
Wow. That has never crossed your mind.
Yes.
Mm.
So why did you feel that, and why did you have this thing?
I think when there are options in your mind, that's when you quit the
Hmm.
easiest one. And this was the easiest one because there is no boss on YouTube. There's no one to tell you why are you not there, especially when the numbers are not so high. I think when you don't appear for a week, God forbid that should not happen, because I think your viewers will pelt stones at me if I say you take a break of 1 week. But I'll say if you take a break of 1 week, I think there'll be many people bombarding you with questions asking, why are you not there? We're missing you.
Hmm.
Um, Honestly speaking, I have faced that on my sessions, on my personal sessions, but that has never happened on YouTube because the number is not so high naturally, and I don't really have any disregard for anyone. That's the reason. There was no one to check on me. But now that I've told my goals to so many people, I have told my goals to so many people that, see, I'm going to be regular, I'm going to be consistent. I think that is the
Hmm.
boss. That creates that pressure, and
Hmm.
you then have no other option than being open to this. So this is the first time when I have pushed my personal sessions behind for some time. It's not that I'm not taking sessions, but I'm not opening so many slots anywhere. Um, and I'm giving time to these collaboration sessions and other shorts and videos that I'm recording. So I'm going to do a lot of solo content
Hmm.
as well, many collaborations too, that have been pending for a lot of time. Like I had been after you. I have no shame in admitting it, but
Hmm.
there are many who have been after me to have a collaboration session with them. So I'm planning to do all of those. I think that has
Hmm.
been due, and I need to pay my dues. Let's see when that happens. And
Yeah.
that's the reason I must have quit. So that was the reason. I
Hmm.
think this time I'm going to be consistent.
Yeah. That can be when we have options, definitely. I don't have any, and I don't enjoy so far anything else. Maybe that is why. And I feel very much comfortable with this thing. I don't know. Feels like it's very easy to me, so I can do
Yeah.
it. At the same time, there is like killing two birds with one stone. Like I'm able to improve myself. It is
Yeah.
helping me. If nothing works on YouTube, still it was the thought when I started that if nothing works on YouTube, at least I would be able to
Yeah.
enhance my skills. So first, that was the thing that helped me to maintain consistency because I was just paying attention to my improvement.
Yeah.
Later, when YouTube worked well, then it is like, okay,
Mm.
now everything is going good. So let me just do
I,
it.
I think that has been the difference for you, not to just appreciate you unnecessarily. I'll say there are many, the motivation with which you come on a platform. So you never
Hmm.
came with the motivation that there'll be a time when my channel would be monetized and I'll make loads of money out of
Yeah.
it. I think the idea was to just become better at what you were, which was English
Hmm.
that you were trying to improve, and the other things, the other resources must have become a byproduct. For many,
Yes.
they enter this field because they see the glittery lives of many others. They see numbers, they see
Hmm.
the cars they drive, they see the people they are with, they see the money they put in their
Hmm.
pockets. And this is the dark side of YouTube, the flashy lifestyle people showcase. I think that is setting a really bad tone. It's not for everyone. This field is
Hmm.
not for everyone. Just like computer science cannot be for you or I, for you or me,
Hmm.
right? Because we are not good
Yeah.
at it, but there are many who are good at it. Why don't you explore that? Why do you
Hmm.
have to naturally come on YouTube? Because you see someone's lifestyle. So I think that is
Hmm.
one of the things. Okay.
And I think when I started YouTube channel, I was watching simultaneously many YouTubers who were
Mhm.
uploading the conversational videos with trainers.
I
So
say,
nobody had that kind of that much subscribers and was not getting that much views. So I didn't have any expectations from me that if they are already there. And one more thought, like you always think that already people are in this niche, they are doing, and
yeah.
when they are just like 10K 5K or 12K more, not more than that. I didn't see more than that, so I
Mhm.
wasn't expecting anything of reaching 10 100K.
Yeah, I know. And when a video crosses a million, then I don't know how it feels. Maybe I'll feel it someday. God will be kind.
Definitely you will just maintain the consistency.
It will be. It will be. I have told this on air now. I think people will
Uh-huh.
hear it, and that will push me again. That's why I'm sharing this goal with almost everyone, that you will watch videos on my channel regularly. I won't say every day, but I think
Hmm.
twice a week. Why not? I can do it. It is manageable. Okay.
And people like me would be regular viewer of your YouTube channel.
Thank you. So, guys, I think now you have heard that there is an official shout out from Rajni. So you have to follow me now. Okay. So, I will ask you a really hard question and we'll try to bring this conversation to its consequence, although I don't want it to end because I'm enjoying every bit of it. I hope you are feeling at least half of what I'm feeling right
Yeah.
now. So,
Hmm.
I don't know how to put this forward because you have put in so many efforts behind it. But imagine if a day comes, the doomsday, if everything gets lost and this channel gets deleted, God forbid. Okay, viewers, don't pelt stones at me. But God forbid if your channel gets deleted accidentally. And
Hmm.
will you be worried to start everything from scratch? This is my first question. The supplementary question is, if yes, then that you are going to start it from the scratch, what thing will you not do this time? And what do you think will get you to this number again or any number again? What strategy would you build?
Uh, First that I really don't want to assume that and think that okay, my channel got
Did not happen.
deleted anytime, because I really believe in the law of attraction, the energy that
Oh my
works. As I am reading now, the power of subconscious mind also, like
God. Don't
if
worry.
you are in the middle
If
of the
if at
negative
all,
sentence, quit
if,
that.
no, I'll say if at all this happens, all of us, lakhs of people will sign a
Hmm.
petition and give it to YouTube and say, bring her back, bring her channel back. We don't know
Thank you
anything. We
so
want her
much.
back. Yeah. So that's from my side at least.
Um,
Yeah. Please.
if in case that happens, definitely psychologically we would be worried. I would be worried. Definitely, it would break my heart,
Yeah. Okay.
because it's been long and it's like something I enjoy. And now many people are definitely, if you lose those many people, you would definitely
Yes.
broken.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe I'd cry. I'd maybe a little bit depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Things would happen.
Yeah.
But after, I would definitely start over,
Mm-hmm.
and I would not maybe go with conversation thing now.
Mm-hmm.
I would maybe go with vlogging in English, because I think based on the trend we should go.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I started this channel, it was just out of blue and didn't pay attention, didn't think of much what I should do. I was just improving myself.
Okay.
But this time I would pay attention. I would think of it properly, and then I'll go. Maybe blog is something that I can
Oh,
try, and I want to do in future, of course. That
oh,
is why I'm saying that I would go. And these days, people like watching blogs in English in
a
order
lot.
to just get entertained at the same time to learn English. So this is what in trend. So I think according to trend, I would do a little more research, because I have this channel right now. So maybe I'm not doing that much research right now,
Yeah.
but if I have to start, I would do the research, and what is working well, I'll go with that.
All right. All right. Quite an intriguing answer. Okay. I have just one more question. I'll not bore
Mm-hmm.
you more. Just one more question. And that question is, do you think a channel, I can talk about my channel or anybody's channel, but if a channel, like in your channel, when people visit, they see a lot of conversational videos, a few solo videos,
Mm-hmm.
because you have already said they haven't worked really well for you. So you have gone with
Yeah.
conversational videos, they're paying off well. But I want to know, do you think a channel should do five or six kinds of things altogether, or should they be consistent only in one thing? Obviously, the same thing is English improvement, but if there's
Mm.
a channel that puts up a lot of vlogs in English, and then improvement videos, solo videos, strategy videos, and
Mm-hmm.
conversational videos, should a channel do that,
Mm-hmm.
or will this be a disaster?
In this time and age, we cannot predict anything about when it comes to YouTube first.
Hmm.
But I feel that when it the niche, the main thing is just improvement related to improvement mindset or whatever.
Hmm.
You can try a lot of things and then you can go with the thing that works well. If your concern is to grow on YouTube and gain fame on YouTube, but if
Yeah.
your concern is just to add value in people's life,
Hmm.
you would not think what exactly work or not. You would try everything that you want to do because you think that at the end, if I try all the things, I would be kind of a life coach, or I would learn a lot, or
Yeah.
maybe I would meet a lot of people.
Hmm.
So you personally would grow. So if the intention is different, you would try and everything. And a few things would work because I know personally a few people who are already doing conversations and vlogs in English, and they both are working.
Wow.
So,
Mm.
and people are even fond of watching those videos too, where that is about communication and personality development, but in kind of a classroom setting, and where the interaction is like between many students and
Oh yeah.
then the
That's true.
trainer,
Mm.
and they are trying to have a lot of different activities. These
Yeah,
are also working. Yeah.
you're right. You're right. You have actually painted a picture in my mind right now, because I'm actually thinking of those videos that I've already watched where there are trainers who are interacting with learners in real time.
That's my also in future.
Oh, is it? Great, great. I
Yeah,
wish
that
all
I
the
want to
success.
try. After learning, after becoming that, achieving that level, I would try in future. Yeah. That
Absolutely.
fascinates me now. And I feel like if I have enjoyed this much talking to people
Yeah.
virtually, I would enjoy a lot in offline setting too.
Trust me, I think there I can give you a little advice, because I started my career with offline training.
Okay.
That is where you feel that you're a star, you know. So
Mm.
that factor where you find 120, people, the class number starts with that. And then one day you find thousands of people in front of you when you're hosting an event, or when you're just inviting them to a meetup. When you meet them in person, that's what makes you feel
Mm.
that you're performing. You're there, you have arrived. So I
Mhm.
think that moment comes really soon. You have already arrived on YouTube really well. I hope that
Thank
happens
you so
in
much.
the in-person training as well, and that should definitely happen with you. All right, Rajni, this conversation has come to a consequence now. It was lovely interacting with you. I think this word lovely does not justify what I'm feeling right now. So I'm looking forward to more such conversations, productive conversations. I have learned a lot from you today. I'm
Mm.
taking away a lot from you today. So hoping to see you again, and hoping to watch you more and more on your channel and on other channels as well. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you so much. It was really a pleasure to be here. And I am really grateful to hear, and it really means a lot that
Thank
you have learned from me. It's nothing
you.
like I know a lot than you,
No,
but
not like
still,
that.
that's really, really, I'm
Yeah,
glad to hear.
definitely.
And thank you so much. Definitely, we'll have another sessions soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
All right
yeah,
then. Thank you for joining. Bye
yeah.
bye. All the best.
You're welcome, sir. Yes, bye.